Okay. This, as I have mentioned, this is my third presentation on spirituality and anti-atheism. Greeting to everybody. Let us go on our lecture. As I have mentioned, this work is a part of one of a larger project, a series. It is really a series of lectures which was founded in 3 books, actually, which I presented and analyze new ideas and build upon them a new understanding. As I have said, my aim is to construct an intellectual, practical, and spiritual project by focusing on key concepts and finding ways to open them up, breaking the barrier between institutional religion and modern spirituality. This can only be achieved by granting the human mind freedom, legitimacy, and support, following it to pursue rational, logical, and scientific analysis, which is structured in reasoning and probabilities on probabilistic methods across the field of knowledge in science, different sciences, science, religion, and philosophy. Therefore, the probability of another dimension of existence can come out here, because it is probable that there is another dimension of existence, which you call the spirit world. Anyhow, our goal here is to bring religion and philosophy together, and science with them, of course, in a cooperative state. Anyhow, as I have mentioned before also, where the banners of reason ends up, philosophy takes the lead and eventually hands the human mind over to religion, spirituality, where another kind of knowledge begins, that is the knowledge of spiritual existence. This study, which I'm presenting now, is devoted precisely to that domain. Actually, it is also caring for those in the spirit world. For this is one of the unification tradition now, taking care of our ancestors, their unfinished journey, unfinished jobs, and this we call it liberation beyond death. Our purpose is to build a theoretical methodology and logical reasoning. For what purpose? To elevate mankind awareness about the spiritual dimension of man and the whole cosmos. This is the core point. How we can realize, how we can discover, how we can be sure about the spiritual dimension of the cosmos and the spiritual dimension of mankind as individual. Okay. Actually, this is the role of reason and philosophy and religion. Together, they have to work for that cause. So now we are aiming at new spiritual revolution. I mean, many spiritual currents, but there is one path which can really accommodate them all. We are all going to the main ocean, to the main sea. We are just like rivers. All religions, philosophies, and thoughts, they are like rivers and streams, but they are all destined to one final destiny, the main ocean, which is unificationism, which is spiritualism and heavenly kingdom. So our world today actually is under great spiritual pressure. People might not notice that, but we are under strong, heavy pressure from the spiritual world. And we ourselves actually are working toward putting man diversified spiritual currents in one reconciled path, like many rivers and streams running for the same cause or for the same final goal, same ocean. Okay, what we are actually undertaking now is an intellectual and spiritual project aimed at reviving the spirit among believers through enlightenment. We want to enlighten the believer's mind with spiritual ideas, because in the process of modernity, mankind was enlightened intellectually, but now we want to enlighten mankind spiritually, so that we can balance the intellectual, how to say, or material or external enlightenment. This can be done through education and spiritual development, not any spiritual development, but the ones that grounded in scientific research. This is very important. So now we are putting religion, philosophy, and science together on one direction, on one job, hoping to do something better. Following the Industrial Revolution, as you know, of course, Industrial Revolution, actually, it follows the Enlightenment and religious reformation. First it started with religious reformation, then it came the Enlightenment, then it came Industrial Revolution. And now humanity, actually, mankind is standing the threshold of a major spiritual revolution. A kind of a revolution based on a scientific inquiry into the human soul. This is now a great question about the human soul, human consciousness, and astonishing capacity of the human mind and intellect, our mind, our consciousness now really is paying attention to the researchers, because we have abilities beyond our external physical abilities. There's something internal which is more deep and which is calling us to research and to find out our internal content, our internal spiritual building. Okay. Now actually many studies, scientific studies are taking place about consciousness, especially about the parapsychology. In the parapsychology field, so many researches and studies are taking place now. Okay, we need a faithful enlightenment. And this faithful enlightenment must be founded in integrated knowledge, scientific, philosophical, and religious. And scientifically, we have to also integrate biology with, how to say, psychology and physics, all fields of sciences. On that foundation, we can really find something new about conscience and about our spiritual growth. Anyhow, as historical intellectual enlightenment was the foundation for the modern world, here we are actually seeking spiritual, faithful enlightenment and integrated knowledge in this postmodern age. In this postmodern age, we are seeking strengthening consciousness and enlarging and developing our consciousness through a better and complete spiritual knowledge. This is a kind of spiritual enlightenment which can redirect modernity. Modernity needs to be directed newly to a safer and a happier destiny for mankind. Because now modernity put us in the corner. Still mankind, they are suffering and they are not sure about their destiny, about their future. Now people now today are questioning the foundation of modernity. Anyhow, by questioning, by revisiting the foundation of modernity, then we can participate in a new heavenly culture, a cultural revolution actually, reconciled science with spirituality. This is very important. It is a heavenly scientific spirituality. As you know, today we are in urgent need of spiritual, cultural, and intellectual revolution. Such a revolution must be rooted in what? In faithful enlightenment, integrated education, and soul knowledge. My dear brothers and sisters, actually you have to know that sound knowledge emerged from synthesizing the sciences to uncover the underlying unifying patterns that correct and connect them. Through this synthesis, putting them together, we may also discover a pathway of existential communication with other worlds. Because now our goal is to find a way to communicate with the invisible worlds. You know how these are realities whose possible existence and some scientists have already begun to acknowledge. Now science is humbling itself, and to some scientists, they will really accept to research and to find out the reality of the spirit aspect of mankind. You know, the spirit world might be a physical world, because now we think it is something illusionary, something how to say, imaginary. But maybe it's not like that. Maybe it is something really tangible, something which you can really touch it in a way by some means. The spirit world might be a physical world with different natural laws in a different dimension. Maybe, maybe we have the ability to sense it and to communicate with, but just we have lost the way to do that. So that means we have to work in ourself, our senses, because of the fall of man, we lost our spiritual senses, as it was mentioned that Plato in his dialogue, one another famous Greek, how to say, a Greek, he's not a philosopher. Anyhow, a Greek man, he was talking with Plato. He said to him, he said, in the beginning, his shape is like a ball, rounded. And he said, mankind, he has two legs and two arms and two faces. And mankind was so powerful. But he said the God, of course, at that time they believe in gods. Zeus, the God, he separated these two entities of man, and then man became very weak. And this is actually, it is a mythologian story, but it really reflects the reality. It can tell us that even in mythology, not religious really story, even in mythology, it says that mankind used to have two eyes, two hands. That means there used to be two aspects of one man, but we lost one aspect, which is the spiritual aspect of mankind. Our spiritual entity was completely lost because we lost the senses of our spiritual existence. So I think I stop here. We can continue another time. And thank you so much for listening. The issue is very complicated, and then another time you can carry on our presentation. Thank you.